Kamita Dover is a top advertising executive with one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world, and she manages a budget of over $75 million. In her position, Kamita is responsible for advertising and marketing multi-million-dollar products. One of her products that our company makes is Simlac, which has helped new and expectant moms nourish their babies and has become the #1 brand fed in hospitals in America. During her professional career, Kamita has received the highest awards from her company for excellence in the field of marketing and advertising. In another part of the city, Reginald A. Cook is one of the most prominent and successful civil rights attorneys in Ohio. Cook has a reputation for representing clients who are trying to fight the system, and he often represents these individuals for free. Cook's concern for fighting for the underdog has made him the darling of local media. He would often hold press conferences during his trials or court filings, and they were well attended by members of the media. He has received numerous awards from the community for his tireless efforts in promoting justice and equality, including recognition from the Columbus Urban League and the black law students from his alma mater, Capital University Law School. Reginald is also a history-making attorney in the area of civil rights and discrimination. He was the first lawyer in the history of Columbus to successfully use a 25-year-old city anti-discrimination law to bring charges and win a case against a store clerk. Cook also made history in the Midwest by being the first attorney to bring charges of discrimination against a national or regional corporation that spurred an economic boycott by the public of the store and eventually shut down the business forever. Finally, Cook is the first attorney in America to win punitive damages in a federal court against a company run by a multinational corporation for maintaining a racially hostile work environment. This major winning case was trumpeted on the front page of the city's biggest newspaper, the Columbus Dispatch. Yet on any day of his legal career, Reginald's mind is often bombarded with powerful spiritual truths, principles, and insights that he believes are coming from heaven. Reginald is convinced that God wants him to share these revelations with others in a book. While Reginald would often write down these profound communications, he never took the time or effort to write the book. Then, through a strange series of events, Reginald finds himself in a situation where his license to practice law has been suspended for 2 years. Next, his wife leaves him for another man since he is no longer the successful attorney. Although these events are devastating, Cook firmly believes that God is allowing these bad things to happen in his life in order to get his attention. It is at this time that Cook decides to write the book. Next, Kamita receives horrific news from her doctor. On February 4th, 2016, she is informed that she has the deadliest form of breast cancer and that it is inoperable, incurable, and spreading. A cancer victim with this kind of diagnosis generally has a life expectancy of about 6 months. This news, of course, was devastating to Kamita, and she is now required to make frequent trips to the doctor's office, and she has to resign her position as a chief executive of a large nonprofit corporation. As a way of processing and dealing with this horrific nightmare, Kamita begins to share her medical condition on social media. After reading these communications, Cook contacts Kamita and tells her that he has just written a book that could help her. When they meet, Cook tells her that she needs to focus on two powerful spiritual principles mentioned in the book in order to get God to move in her situation. After receiving this counsel and advice from Cook, Kemita immediately made the two principles a part of her daily life. Soon thereafter, her doctors began to notice a change in her medical condition. Scans and examinations revealed that Kemita's cancer tumors were no longer spreading, and that it appeared as if they were frozen in place. This was wonderful news. However, it only lasted for a year and a half. In December of 2017, Kemita's cancer once again started to spread across her chest. In an effort to respond to this threatening situation, she decided to get a second opinion from a new doctor at the Ohio State University James Cancer Center. Her new doctor was able to prescribe the most innovative, the most advanced, cutting-edge cancer drug known to the medical world today as immunotherapy. However, due to the violent reactions it was causing to her body, Kemita was only able to take this so-called groundbreaking medicine for 6 days. During this time, Kemita's red blood cell count reached a dangerously low level, and her doctor makes immediate arrangements for her to receive a blood transfusion in the emergency room of the hospital, followed by a bone marrow check the next week. It's at this point that Kemita's doctor informs her that she has been given the best treatment that medical science has to offer, and that there is nothing more that can be done for her in this situation. Her doctor then ends this session by recommending that Kemita consider the options available through hospice. Even with this grim diagnosis, Cook continues to reinforce to Kemita the two powerful truths and principles that he shared in his book. And through discomfort and some despair, Kemita continues to follow them. 2 weeks after the doctor's appointment, Kemita is resting in her bedroom when she perceives what she believes to be white light swirling around on her chest. After this experience, she wakes up with the belief that the cancer has left her body. When she returns to the doctor for a follow-up examination 3 weeks later, to everyone's amazement, the medical exam indicates that her red blood count is higher than normal. A count of 11 is normal, but Kemita's count was 11.5. But that wasn't the most spectacular news of the day. Her new medical exam revealed that all of her cancer tumors had disappeared from her body and that she had no active disease. Kemita's doctor is stunned by these results and states that she has never heard anything like this happening in her entire medical career. While there are many examples where cancer has gone into remission after months or years, there have been no reported cases where a doctor has told a patient to make plans to die, and then all the tumors from the disease disappear from that person's body weeks later without any form of medical treatment or intervention. Yet what makes this event different from other modern-day miracle stories is that the confirmation that this healing was from heaven did not come from the spiritual community, but the medical community. Kemita's family physician and her oncologist have both come to the same conclusion and have told her that this healing is a miracle from God. Finally, medical researchers and scientists at The Ohio State University have asked Kemita for permission to receive samples of her blood and DNA for the indefinite future. The goal of this study is to find answers that may help lead to a cure for cancer victims. Kemita has agreed to participate in this study. Why You Were Made is one of the most dramatic cancer-free stories ever.